Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to part 4 of my Tsukihime playthrough. The last episode, we had quite the massacre, a hotel massacre after Shiki agreed to be Arcueid's shield while she kind of regenerates her power as she goes to take down a powerful vampire whose name I can't remember. He has a very weird name, but it culminated with them hiding out in a hotel, and he ended up finding them. He has the power to unleash a bunch of animals, so he killed over 100 people, I believe, in the hotel. But they did manage to get away. He's not dead yet, but there is the plan to basically lure him out and take him out for good. Arcueid seems to be a little nervous about it because Shiki, he has his hesitation about killing. But he's kind of the only one she can rely on. So that is where we are getting back into the story, is them luring out this vampire and hopefully taking him down once and for all. So let's get back into the story and see what happens next. Arcueid stands absent-mindedly in the middle of the park. I hide in a bush about 20 meters away. The park is empty. It's 10 minutes before midnight. Arcueid has her head tilted up, watching the blue moon above her. I grip the knife tightly. Arcueid says that Nrvnqsr will definitely come, so all I have to do is get behind him, approach him without making too much noise, and then cut his line in one breath. I tried taking a deep breath. My body is moving just fine, except my fingers gripping the knife. They're tight and immobile, as if not part of my body. Maybe I'm nervous that the vampire called Nrvnqsr will come again. I'm definitely saying his name wrong. I apologize. I'm recording this before I release the next video, so I'm sure people will correct me in the comments. But I haven't seen the comments yet. Nrvnqsr. I think I feel like I'm just going to say it the way I have been saying it, because it feels like it rolls off the tongue better than however the heck you're supposed to say it. Nrvnqsr. Yeah, we're just gonna go with mine for now. That I'll have to confront that monster again. Or that I'll have to kill him soon. My breathing speeds up. My heart pounds as if it's not a part of my body. Calm down. This is the one thing that's I do miss about voice acting, other than the fact that I feel like it does give the characters more character and I don't have to talk as much, is I can actually see, I can hear how their names are supposed to be pronounced instead of just kind of guessing. Calm down, he isn't even here yet. That's right, the target has yet to arrive. I'm beginning to worry I won't be able to move my feet by the time Nrvnqsr arrives at this rate. Arcueid, aren't you scared? I stare at the white girl vacantly, looking up at the moon. She doesn't look uneasy at all. Her face looking up at the moon comes down. At the same time. It seems I kept you waiting, princess of the true ancestors. Uh-oh. Hopefully he didn't hear me talking, because he's definitely going to know I'm there. I'm guessing he could probably sense my presence. A heavy voice, like rusted iron. That's why Arcueid looked down. More than 5 meters away from her, and more than 10 meters away from me, a man in a black coat appears like a ghost. Yes, I've been waiting for quite some time. Maybe I should just call him Chaos. Nrvnqsr Chaos, or would you prefer I called you Fabro Rowan? Sounds classier. Arcueid's voice reaches me through the wind. Hey, any of those names are better than his actual name. Impressive. I would never have dreamed anyone would call me by the name I went by while I was still a human. Just what one would expect of our executioner. I suppose you've long since found out all there is to know about the current 27 ancestors of the dead apostles. I can hear Nrvnqsr's reply clearly as well. Ah, my breathing grows louder. Arcueid is drawing Nrvnqsr's attention. This is my only chance. I take my glasses off through sheer willpower. I hold the knife in my right hand, pressing it against my chest. A white weapon, now with this. Okay, so this is a little confusing because I'm looking at the walkthrough here, and It's saying I should choose, it's still too early, but then it's also saying dash towards her. I'm guessing that I want to wait, and then the option is going to come up again, and then I go for him. I've learned my lesson from Fate. You almost never just attack right away. You always need to wait at least a little bit. So we are going to dash toward... No, we're going to say it's still too early. I almost screwed up there. Too early. No, it's too early. Nrvnqsr's just arrived. A little more. Until his attention is focused more on Arcueid, I can't launch a surprise attack. Don't get it wrong, Nrvnqsr. The ancestors of the dead apostles are not a group of 27, but of 28. You do not recognize the serpent as one of your own? Of course, his ideals differ from ours. He's a vampire, but he does not hold to the meaning of being a vampire. Consequently, we do not accept him as one of us. But we are old friends. I believe I understand him more than the other dead apostles. I see. Come to think of it, you are like the serpent as well, as you are unlike the other vampires, too. Since you're both heretics, you must share common interests. Wrong. Heresy is isolated, therefore it is heresy. Just because we're both separated from the flock doesn't mean we comprehend one another. Really, coming as far as this country to pursue me, I think you guys are similar. Do not be ridiculous. You are the capricious one. Your purpose is to execute dead apostles. So why do you persistently pursue the serpent of Akasha? The serpent's poison is not something the princess of the true ancestors should be persistent about. Nrvnqsr's voice gets slightly louder. Arcueid's taunting must be working. Nrvnqsr's looking only at his enemy. What do I do now? Okay, now we can get the bad option. Okay, so here I basically am going to blow my chance. So I'm going to say it's still too early and lose. Still too early. There's about 10 meters in between me and Nrvnqsr. I need a more definite or definite opening before I can draw close without him realizing me. I gulp. A little more, something. I do not understand. Muttering, as if speaking to the moon above, Nrvnqsr mutters aloud. It is displeasing to be faced by such unsightly enmity, but I cannot think that this is one of the princess's familiars. Is it just trash? I knew it. I knew he sensed me the whole time. Shiki, run! Arcueid's composed voice. Eh? But I can't understand in time. My legs start to sink in something. The firm ground beneath me is like quicksand. Ah! The ground is full of something pitch black. My body collapses. My ankles, which sunk into the black puddle, are attached to nothing. This is like Fate with the black puddle. I fall with a splash into the puddle. There's no bottom. The black puddle transforms into the mouth of a large animal and compresses my body. I wish that they did go into a little bit more detail. You guys can let me know if you haven't already. Is that something that the remake, do they kind of do more elaborate bad ends? Because I do miss that about Fate. Bonjour! And now the hint corner for the sake of the mischievous Tohno-kun, who quickly ended... that was a quick... I think that's the quickest dead end I've had in an episode yet. Quickly ended up in a dead end. It is time for Teach Me, CL-sensei. Well then, now for the third of the ever-popular series, Shakes and Shivers Animal Land. Liar, I don't see any animals coming out. Denied. No longer human. Pet's name, go. Killing junkie. What? Yeah! Well then, the third in our animal series. Why did Tohno-kun end up dying? This time, we have brought a special guest lecturer. I have called in the person who was wandering about finishing his task earlier. Professor Nrvnqsr, please go ahead. Nothing. Nothing. I will only speak when I am victorious. If we're here, then it means you have won in a way, Professor Nrvnqsr. I see. That is a sound argument, but there's nothing to be said. I do not know of anyone who'd miss a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Return to the choice before and correct yourself. Yes, thank you very much. This concludes our 4th period lesson. Please continue enjoying the main storyline. Alright, so now we want to dash. Nrvnqsr's looking only at Arcueid. My chance is only during this instant. Gripping my knife, I crouch down. With everything I have, I run towards him. All his senses are directed toward Arcueid. Even I, who's not in this conversation, Can tell Nrvnqsr's only looking forward. His back looks defenseless, not knowing I will dismantle it in a few seconds. I can do it. I feel it. Without a doubt, I can kill him. I run. Let's hope he doesn't have any hesitation. That's what Arcueid was worried about. Only a matter of steps before I can reach his back with my knife. His back. His defenseless back. There's no mistake. He does not sense me. One more step, then it's all over. Eh? Aw, goddammit, I stop. What? What is his body? No, where? Nowhere. Nowhere, 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 nowhere. Oh, does he, like, not have a line? There's not a single line anywhere. Impossible. No such life is possible. Throw, B. Headache. My fingers gripping the knife tremble. After a stab of pain in my brain, I see a single black point on Nrvnqsr's back. There, that should be where his fatal flaw is. There's something wrong with it being a point rather than a line, but anyway, I'll stab him there. I take a lunging step. The knife in my right hand races towards his point. Eh? Right before my hit connects, the points along his back multiply rapidly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 20, 80, 100, 200, 300, 400. This isn't right. This doesn't feel like his death. These are more like heterogeneous aggregation. His body. What the hell is it? Shiki! Arcueid's voice. No, I don't have time to think now. His back is right there. Right now I could just pick any of his points, and it will be all over. There. I bring my knife down as I yell. However, before then, Nrvnqsr's back rises up like a balloon. Pop. A black dog appears from his back as if emerging from a black sea. Oh, are those point spots where, like, animals could come out? What? The black dog shoots forth like a missile. I slice its line with my knife, but it's just a line. Only the dog's legs are cut off. Its trajectory does not stop. Gah! Wood. The black dog rams its head into my stomach. Gah! What strength. I fly back several meters and get pushed down on the ground. The black dog then tries to bite into my neck. I pierce the dog's right abdomen with my knife. My knife enters the black dog's point of death as easily as going through air. The black dog's movements stop. In that instant, its body becomes a black fluid and pours over me. Covered in the black fluid, I can't stand up. Why, you? I can't get it off. As if sewn into the ground, I can't move. Huh, it seems something has happened behind me. I hear Nrvnqsr's voice. Stretched out against the ground, I look towards Nrvnqsr and Arcueid. You're familiar, but how unfortunate. Those who enter my domain will be recognized and attacked by one of us, even if I do not notice. There can be no surprise attacks against me. It seems so. You weren't even looking at anything but me, yet you still reacted to the danger behind you. That is the strength of collective, is it not, Nrvnqsr Chaos? Arcueid narrows her eyes slightly and walks towards Nrvnqsr. Interesting. You are so weak you cannot even use your marble phantasm, and yet you still challenge me. There's no need. There's no point in becoming one with the world just to fight a dead apostle. For someone like you, these claws will be enough. I don't know if they have did they mention marble phantasms before? I love that, like, the idea of, like, the phantasms coming back up, and then is it like the marble of reality? Is that what it is? For someone like you, these claws will be enough. I hear a short laugh. Fool, realizing your folly, Arcueid Brunstud. Nrvnqsr raises an arm. His coat flutters, ruffles like a cape, and countless animals fly forth. Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be that easy to take him down. With a thunderous roar, 3 beasts run towards Arcueid like bullets. Not anything like black dogs, but 3 giant leopards larger than Nrvnqsr himself, like large demonic silhouettes. Arcueid can't move. 3 leopards run, cracking the bricks under them just by running. They're far faster than Arcueid, who's trying to run away. The 3 beasts pounce towards her. It's over quickly. In an instant, oh, here we go. The 3 leopards' bodies are cut in half and fall to the ground. She's like, this isn't even me at my strongest. What? Nrvnqsr's voice booms. Arcueid is silent. From there, she moves to attack him. Beasts emerge from Nrvnqsr's body. The instant it emerges, the lion's head is grabbed and torn apart from its body. The leopard is killed the instant it attacks Arcueid by getting pierced by her punch through its head. The tiger is torn apart like clay. Everything following them suffers the same fate. The same with the flying eagles and the giant grizzly bear. The same with the shark swimming in the ground. The same with the ridiculously large elephant. In the end, they can't even stop her, and turn back into a black, sticky fluid. What? Nrvnqsr tries to escape. Arcueid swings her claws. She didn't even need me, did she? I felt like I was just a distraction more than anything. After the sound of ripping flesh, Nrvnqsr's body split in two from the neck down. Ah! Roaring in pain, Nrvnqsr leaps away from Arcueid. Split from the neck to the waist, he has lost over half his body. Splat. The rest of his body falls at her feet. This isn't a fight. What about Arcueid saying she was only able to move? The beasts Nrvnqsr let out weren't weak. These lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Just one of them could tear a car in scraps. And the grizzly bear could have torn a tank apart with its uncontrolled violence. But such beasts were torn apart by Arcueid, and Nrvnqsr himself is half dead. Ha! It almost seems like a joke. If it were this easy, maybe it would have been better if I weren't here from the start. Nrvnqsr keeps retreating as if to escape. She might be tired. Arcueid walks towards Nrvnqsr slowly. Panting, I can hear heavy breathing. It belongs to Arcueid. Ragged, painful breathing. Why is that? Arcueid's breathing sounds more painful than Nrvnqsr's, who is torn in half. It is quite unbelievable. Weakened as you are, you still have that much power, as expected from the executioner prepared by the true ancestors. Do not face the white vampire princess. It seems the warnings of others were correct. Nrvnqsr's voice isn't dimmed at all. I feel a horribly sinking sense of despair. Arcueid tries to catch her breath as she slowly draws near Nrvnqsr. But I never expected to defeat you with only 10 or 20 of myself in the first place. Is he gonna be able to regenerate himself? Enough boasting. You can't kill me with any amount of such familiars. And I've cut off half your body. No matter what, you have no chance of winning. Ha, my familiars have all been killed, but you seem to be mistaken. I do not carry familiars, nor do I use them. All those things you fought were truly me. It is quite unpleasant to be considered similar to the other mongrels who capture other living things to repair their damaged flesh. You should have been able to tell with a glance if you had not been weakened. Use your golden mystic eyes and see. Can you see it? The chaos of the 666 beasts inside my body? Splash! Something moves quickly at the edge of my vision. Behind Arcueid, the half of Nrvnqsr's body which was cut off by her is shaking. It rises up in a large clot and shoots toward Arcueid. Arcueid, behind you! Shiki? Arcueid turns around, but she doesn't make it. The half of his body lying on the ground becomes countless large serpents, which attack Arcueid from behind. Crap! The large serpents wrap around Arcueid and return to a black fluid. Arcueid's pinned to the ground like me, but the pressure is hundreds of times worse. What? No way. As she's pushed down, Arcueid tries to escape. It is useless. You should understand what that is, princess of the true ancestors. Arcueid's face lights up in pain and surprise. The remaining half of Nrvnqsr raises its voice almost as if howling. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Haha, are you pleased with the chaos within my body? Arcueid Brunstad. Are you sane? A human body having more than 300 factors compressed in something as small and closed in as a human shape? This is just like... Indeed, no different from the primordial sea. I'm not making my body up with other animals. I merely use the factors called animals as my body, mixing them like mud. I have no such thing as familiars. What exists are 666 beasts and lives equal to that number. Ripping my body in half or crushing my head is meaningless. I am 1 and 666. If you wish to destroy me, you need to destroy 666 lives at once. This can't be. This is what chaos means? Of course, so my alter cells have no concrete existence. When released from the body which is my territory, they will take form as some kind of species for the first time. They have no form of their own from the beginning. You can kill them outside of me, but once they return, they regenerate as part of my chaos. Though even I cannot predict what they will become once they emerge. Understanding and controlling this disordered dendrogram is my eternal thesis. A vampire with only half a body gives a boasting, muffled laugh. It's impossible to take in souls. If you encapsulate uncolored, conceptualized existences, you yourself will disappear. Indeed, that is why this is not a single person here. The personality of Nrvnqsr already does not exist. We are not a single body, but closer to a limitless collective. Certainly, there is no meaning of existence in such a life. There are already life forms in the deep ocean which can be termed eternal systems. This body will lose its intelligence and become a mere specimen just like them someday. But do you not find it magnificent? There are things which swirl inside me, and you do not know which form they will take. This small world is like that of our world in its primal stages. A chaotic space where what will be born is unpredictable. The darkness of chaos, just like this planet's dendrogram, while still having the possibility of dramatic change. I wish to know what lies at its accumulation before I disappear. This is why the Church gave me this name. Nrvnqsr Chaos, equipped with 666 beasts, no longer a vampire, but a space which has become chaos, a heretic who broke the taboo. Arcueid's voice is held off. The black fluid squirms all around her. Even Arcueid's face is already half covered. That's all. Under such a prison, even you cannot escape. It is a union of 500 of my parts, the soil of Genesis. Even were you to be at full strength, you could not hope to destroy it. It is equivalent to destroying a whole continent. Nrvnqsr's remaining half approaches Arcueid slowly. Many of our brethren have been killed by you. Many have sought to destroy you, only to be destroyed in turn. But that is all over. I, Nrvnqsr Chaos, will accomplish a great achievement none could perform until now. Nrvnqsr, this reality marvel, who? It should be easy to tell. Your nemesis, the serpent, came to me to teach me. But not the current one from this generation. Before you killed him, he bequeathed upon me this method of making this cage. I can't hear Arcueid's voice anymore. Looking, her mouth is covered in the black fluid. But the serpent is also a tragedy. What was once a priest of the church can't live on just because a goddess of death like yourself is chasing after him. If he had lived, he might have devised a means to control the chaos in my body. It certainly must have been regretful not being able to fully utilize such a clear heresy before getting destroyed. I was a sworn friend of the serpent. Why you persistently pursue him without tiring, I am very curious. But it seems you can no longer speak. The black fluid starts to pin down Arcueid's body. By now, it is no longer Arcueid's collapsed feminine figure, but only a formless mud. I will make you a part of me, Arcueid Brunstad. Absorbing your amount of will may require great effort, but it will make me the highest rank of vampire. A little pain is like a celebration for the new creation. When that happens, even the professional killers of the abominable God, there's so many new, terms they're throwing at me. Burial agency will be nothing to fear. I will eradicate all members of that moldy church. Arcueid's face sinks completely with a sucking sound. Even the lines of her body, which I could barely see before, have disappeared. At this rate, if I leave her alone, she'll be absorbed into the black fluid. Why, you... I look at the black fluid covering me. The black lines of death definitely do exist. Gah! Resisting the throbbing pain in my head, I run my knife along them. The black fluid becomes like mere water as I slice the lines. All right, I breathe heavily as I stand up. I have to save her. I have to save Arcueid from that monster. But how? I can't even get close to Nrvnqsr. Even Arcueid, as terrific as she wasn't able to take him. Then if I stand and face him, wouldn't I be killed instantly? I only barely managed to kill one dog. I wouldn't last a second against those other beasts like lions or leopards. Furthermore, I can see hundreds of points on his back. I couldn't fully understand the conversation between Nrvnqsr and Arcueid, but it seems that each of those beasts are him. Then if I want to defeat the vampire, I will have to kill all the beasts having that point. I can't step forward, no matter what. A human can't step forward toward a monster like that. Damn it. In the end, once more I'm trying to save my life and do nothing about someone getting killed. Oh? I hear a voice. Nrvnqsr's voice is full of contained amusement. No, it's not his voice. I can hear something like the sound of footsteps. This can't be. The sound is far away, but without a doubt, the sound of light, skipping footsteps is drawing closer. Arcueid said earlier, the park is empty of people at night, and if people pass by, then they are simply out of luck. Far away, I see a small human shape, a girl I do not know about my own age. This isn't good. For her to come here, it means... Run away! I scream, forgetting Nrvnqsr wasn't paying attention to me, or that he might attack me. Yet the passerby does not stop. Not knowing anything, she casually heads for this place. Half the vampire in the black coat breathes out in content. My body has just been torn apart. I need more sustenance. His half of a coat squirms like a living thing. Fortunately, it seems sustenance has arrived. A black beast flies from his body. Stop! My voice doesn't reach her. The beast runs like a black wind towards the faraway figure. It's over in an instant. A short scream, the sound of a body hitting the ground, the smell of blood wafting in the air. The black tiger retrieves the human in its mouth. The girl's face is no more. Most likely gouged out by the tiger's claws. Too ruthless. A repulsive, one-sided violence. My head hurts. My throat is starting to dry. My mind starts to compress, and I can only see the enemy in front of me. The tiger slithers like a snake into Nrvnqsr's body. It's strange. The corpse of the girl in the tiger's mouth disappears. Yet, munch, crunch, grind. She's not there, yet I can still hear the sound. Rip, gorge, gulp. The sounds are coming from inside the man called Nrvnqsr. The sound of dissolving flesh, shattering bones, the slow chewing of a human. No mistake. Inside his body, he's eating that person. Nrvnqsr's lips twist into a smile. With that, a switch goes off in my brain. You fucking bastard. I can't think. I just run towards him. My vision soaks in red. Feed. A black leopard flies from Nrvnqsr's body. How many times greater are its speed and ferocity compared to those black dogs? But I don't care about that. It's a living thing. If it lives, then it's nothing against me. You're in my way. I stop and say so to the corpse by my feet. There we go. He had his badass moment here. The black leopard is lying in 4 pieces. I see. You are the one who attacked me from behind earlier. It seems he finally has realized I'm here. Emotionless eyes look towards me. Yeah, just like Arcueid said. As long as I don't allow myself to get lost, being stared by him doesn't change anything. Let Arcueid go, monster. I said, let her go. I'm your opponent. You're nothing with that half-body of yours. Without a word, the vampire with the black coat looks both Arcueid and I over. You say you can be my opponent. Yes, so I'm saying release her, and then hurry up and return your body to normal. His neck moves up and down. It seems like he's laughing. You've taken away the fun. Receive your punishment, human. Nrvnqsr doesn't change. He seems like he'll leave Arcueid with half his body and remain as he is. I promise you, I will slowly chew you apart alive. Flutter. His remaining arm is lifted. Such an inferior mental circuit. The price of your arrogance thinking you can face me will be your certain death. Whoosh! A warm wind blows. Scores of beasts emerge from his half-body. The number of beasts emerging isn't 10 or 20. Even if each is not a strong beast, it's close to 100 of them against a single human like me, and they swarm like ants gathering around a sugar cube. What? I stick my knife into the neck of the black dog before me. The black dog dies as its death is cut. Instantly, the sound of birds' wings overhead. With a grating sound, the meat of my forehead is taken to the bone. Oh, geez, I don't have time to react in pain. At the same time, several black dogs bite my arms and torso from both sides. You junk! Slice, slice. I stab the death of 2 dogs in my line of vision. But it isn't enough. For each one I kill, 10 more beasts take its place to rip into my body. Hey, he said I have to kill 666 beasts, right? If he takes, like, them all against me and I kill them all, does that mean I kill him too? I can't see anything. Everything is pitch black. There isn't anything wrong with my eyes. All around me, the black beasts envelop me in darkness. Things can't keep going this way. I will die. I won't last 5 more seconds. My ankles are bitten. Blood flows. My body feels like it will fall. If I collapse, it will be all over. They will ravenously feast on my body if I hit the ground. No, no, that is more fearful than pain. Everything is pitch black. I can't see anything. I can't do anything, but that's why I have to think. All right. So I don't get a bad end for, this one, but I have to destroy the main body. The main source. If I can do something to Nrvnqsr's main body manipulating the beasts, I might be able to save at least Arcueid. Ah! I blindly swing my knife. I force my faltering body and run forward. If he hasn't moved as he toys with me, then he should be standing with his half-body ahead of here. Nrvnqsr, stop your noise-making. It is unpleasant. His coat wavers. From there, a white horn comes straight at me. Is it a motherfucker? Okay, I was like, is he releasing a unicorn? Something like antlers stick into my torso. Thud. It's so sharp, it doesn't really hurt. I fall flat on my back. I am quite the facetious person. Rest assured, there will not be even one of your cells left. Or is that fastidious? I hear a voice. At the same time, a black dome arches over me. Ah, a ceiling overhead like a black umbrella. And all around, the glowing eyes of the beasts. Rip. My skin is being ripped. Die. Rip. Feels like I got the bad end here. My flesh is being eaten. Die. Grit. My bones are being scraped. Die. My mind can no longer think of anything, only to frantically use my arms to protect my face. My right hand tightens, keeping a firm grip on the knife. Die. I'm being eaten. Strange. Being attacked by this many beasts, they should be able to eat me completely in just a minute, yet they take their time. Die. I'm bleeding too much. My blood and their saliva coat my body. It feels terrible. Die. I can't see anything outside. Just complete blackness. Die. Those countless pairs of eyes say it. They say it as if they truly eat me only bit by bit. They can't talk, so they speak with their blazing eyes. Die. Hurry up and die. The black dome of beasts chant in unison. Scream leaks out, but no one is going to help me. I'll be killed. Like that person before, I'll be devoured alive. No, I don't want that. I don't want to die this way. I don't want to be eaten while being conscious. I don't want to be killed like this. Scary. That's scary. Very scary. Scary, scary, frightening, 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 scary, scary, scary. I'll be killed. Yes, I'll be killed. There's nowhere to run. I'll be killed like this. I'll be torn apart and become a meal for all of them. There's nothing I can do. With my eyes painted vermilion, I stare at myself emptily. Ha, ha ha ha. I start to laugh, because I don't even know why I'm being killed. But still, Tohno Shiki will be killed like this. You are stubborn. If you break down, it will be easier for you. Ha ha ha. He laughs in the distance, slowly eating me and laughing. It's like my whole body is dissolving. Horrible. Too horrible. This is too horrible. My wounds hurt. They hurt. They hurt a lot. Death is frightening. It's frightening. Very frightening. He's laughing in the distance, watching me die and laughing. If I strain my ears, I can still hear chewing and the smashing of bones coming from within. Not only did he devour all those people yesterday, and not only did he eat that unknown person, he's trying to eat and kill even me. Something like claws dig into my chest. It's where the scar from my old wound is. A really painful, frightening, only hateful place. 8 years ago, that summer day. It really was hateful. There wasn't any room for pain or fear. Yes, I just hated. Then, what is to be done is already decided. If you're going to kill me, then. My whole body is already numb. All that remains is the sensation of the knife I refuse to drop in my right hand. Be killed? Be killed? Who? By what? Ha ha ha. I laugh out. Right, that's exactly how it is. Running away is absolutely impossible. Escape is impossible. There's only one thing to be done. Be killed, definitely without a doubt, be killed. By nothing else, and by no one else. He will be killed by me. Ha 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 ha! In place of a yell, I start to laugh like an idiot. Strangely, I can't stop laughing. Slice, 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 slice. With each sound, another beast dies. My brain is in agony, all throughout my body. My nerves, my blood vessels, my cells, my blood, everything has gone abnormal. The black dome disappears. I just killed about 70 beasts which were eating my body. What? I can hear Nrvnqsr's voice. All right, I have to stand or I won't be able to kill anymore. I stand up. There's no problem. So he said something about like he felt hatred 8 years ago when he got that scar. So there is something deep lurking within him. I mean, the fact that he went and killed Arcueid without even thinking about it. Yeah, there was something that happened 8 years ago, right? That unlocked these lines. Something. There's no problem. There's not a single place where I'm not wounded, but I can still move around for a while. What is it with these protagonists just being like, they're human, but they're almost superhuman? Well, in this case, he has powers. And Keiichi, oh my god. Sorry. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on his name? From Fate. Holy cow. Shiro. Like they're human, but they obviously have some special ability, but they just won't die unless you get a bad end. What did you... Yeah, I understand how you feel, vampire. My brain is on fire. It's similar, just like when I killed Arcueid, I can't even breathe properly, along with the headache and heat, which almost drives me insane, almost enough to make me puke. The world is saturated with death. So, you want to kill me, monster? Then we have something in common. Fine, let's fight to the death, Nrvnqsr Chaos. With that, my stiff right hand moves freely. Switching to a reverse grip on my knife, I run towards him. A bigger beast appears from his body. Finally, he's letting out the big stuff he used for Arcueid. But they don't last long. No matter how large, fast, or brutal they are, they basically cannot kill me unless they touch me. If they try to touch me, I slice whatever part tries. In the end, it made no difference whether it was a black dog, a lion, or a tiger. Two of the large ones collapse and change into black water. To get to Nrvnqsr, there's still some distance left to close. How can this be? Those of us even the princess could not eliminate are returning to nothingness. He's saying something. I do not understand. What did you do? I fix my gaze on Nrvnqsr's body. Countless points. If I want to live, if I want to kill him, I have to kill each and every one of them. Well, I guess, right? He said there's hundreds of points. So, like, he said that you have to kill all 666 versions of him or, like, his lives. So is that what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go in and just be like, boom, boom, boom. 666 times? It's probably not possible. Still, I can't finish like this. Arcueid, who was swallowed by the black liquid. All of those hundreds of people that were killed. And this body being almost killed. I grit my teeth. There's no time to speak words of hatred. Unfortunately, moving takes all my power. I don't have any extra energy to answer Nrvnqsr. No, if I do have that sort of energy, as quickly as possible. Very well, I now recognize you as an obstacle to me. Killing this beast-smelling monster would be far better. His black coat opens wide, the vile stench of beasts. The sense of danger before was nothing compared to what it is now. From inside his coat, things come out which I have seen at least once when I was a child. Like this horse with a horn on— oh my god, it is a unicorn! He did release a unicorn. Like a horse with a horn on its forehead, or a huge winged lizard. Those are troublesome. I love he's like, he sees a dragon, I'm assuming. A dragon and a unicorn. He's like, troublesome. It's not simple to kill them because they have very few parts vulnerable to death. So, I get more serious. Is it because I said kill? The pulsing of my blood is painful. My nerves are grinding together. Everything in my body links together to remove that which gets in my way. I slice in half the horned horse along with its horn. I slice the lizard from from its back to its lower right abdomen. Impossible. I hear that obstacle's voice. Unfortunately, I can't even see properly now. All I can see are those black points and lines. Scum! Why must I attack a mere human with my full force? With a squishy, fleshy sound, Nrvnqsr's half-body returns to its previous human shape. It seems he finally put back the half of his body binding Arcueid. I will kill you. You will find out that existence far superior to yours exists within me. His arms tear into his own chest. As if ripping apart darkness, he rips into his own chest. From the hole in Nrvnqsr, something bizarre emerges. If I have to describe it simply, it's a crab-like spider, a bit bigger than the giant elephant which Arcueid killed. My vision has gone red. I can't see very well. All I can see are their bizarre silhouettes and their death. My fingers are cold. Maybe I've lost too much blood. My whole body is frigid, but still my body isn't screaming. It orders me forward, saying that if I have enough strength to scream, use that energy to kill Nrvnqsr even faster. My spine hurts. My body is cold. My fingers are frozen. Yet my brain burns with fire. These crab spider beasts keep crawling out from Nrvnqsr. Nrvnqsr's only a little bit away. These things are in the way of me getting to him. For now, these three. I completely kill those emerged obstacles. Impossible. As if dizzy, Nrvnqsr moves back. There's no way someone can destroy all my killing beasts. Such a fact is impossible. We are immortal. As long as I live, the immortal beasts return to chaos and are reborn. So then why do they return to their original nothingness after only being stabbed by you? I walk towards my screaming enemy. Well, maybe we will get to take him down this episode. I mean, it seems like we've got a lot of other enemies to deal with as well, including the serpent guy. I walk towards my screaming enemy. Nrvnqsr tries to pull back and retreat, but stops himself. Unsightly, his previously machine-like eyes finally start to burn with crimson hatred. I understand how he feels. Probably the killer Nrvnqsr is ordering himself to retreat, but the vampire in him does not allow defeat from a mere human. He doesn't understand. He doesn't even let himself withdraw, so he does not allow himself to take even a single step back. His mind stubbornly doesn't allow him to realize his powerlessness. Damn! My character went through going from, like, literally shaking, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, to now he's like, oh, this guy, he really should have run because he doesn't know that death is coming for him, and that's me. Another step forward. From here, I can jump and slice his body with my knife. No, never. My name is Nrvnqsr, the immortal called Chaos of the undecaying vampire race. It is not possible for me to look this unsightly. His body starts to form a shape. The body, which was only darkness, begins to transform. This body is immortal. I've surpassed death long ago. His body leaps forward, not his beasts. Condensing all his remaining beasts to the limit, he transforms himself into the best beast and moves in to kill me. His speed is as fast as Arcueid's. He reaches out with arms which would pulverize my neck if he contacted me. Dodging that, I cut the line on his arm. As if unable to control his speed, he rushes past me without stopping. The distance between us grows once again. I feel dizzy. I can't stop shaking. What is this? Nrvnqsr stares at his severed arm in astonishment. What is this? Why? Why does the severed part not regenerate? How can such a ridiculous thing be occurring? He isn't a magus or a barrier, so how can he destroy me just by cutting me? How stupid. You get too concerned over appearances like that, you'll get killed, Chaos. I hear a familiar voice. Oh, I thought that was me saying, I'm like, damn, look at my character being such a badass. I hear a familiar voice near Nrvnqsr. You, with bloodshot eyes, Nrvnqsr stares at Arcueid standing elegantly to the side. Oh, I see. When he ceased being only half a body, she became free. Oh, don't worry about me. Shiki will take care of you. Right now, he would even kill me if I got in the way. She's like, I've seen this look on his face before. A giggling voice. It's your fault for thinking you should kill him painfully. You should kill your enemy quickly without allowing the opportunity for a counterstrike, right? That was your mistake. Silence. I do not make mistakes. I still have 560 lives remaining. Just you wait. Once I kill him, I will get you once more. Really, it won't happen, but I'll be waiting. Arcueid doesn't go near him. Nrvnqsr is only looking at me. He's coming. I brace my right hand with my left as I grip my knife. Nrvnqsr crouches. It's the action of a predator preparing to pounce on his prey. Oh, I forgot to tell you one more thing, Nrvnqsr. Her voice flows like the wind before that. It may be a little late, but he's killed me once before. What? This time, it's for real. In his astonishment, Nrvnqsr loses sight of his identity. For a moment, his entranced thoughts flow into my mind like a curse. Is this a nightmare? Kill Arcueid Brunstad? This monster for whom even the words immortality isn't enough to describe, was killed by that human? No, that cannot be true. But wait, hypothetically, if it is true, then just which of us was the pretentious one? Exactly, it seems the pretentious one is you, Nrvnqsr Chaos. Ha 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 ha. At the end of hatred and chaos, Nrvnqsr laughs with pleasure from the bottom of his heart. I can't wait any longer. I start running towards my unmoving target. I see, you're going to kill me, human. The beast roars. With one arm he dashes forth to pierce my heart. His speed is so fast you can't ask for any more. A simple, efficient motion to kill me. A motion too beautiful. I slice his outstretched arm. Hundreds of points of death are in his body, but more than that, deep inside of him, in his very center, I can see his ultimate point. It doesn't matter how many lives he has. I am only going to kill the existence of Nrvnqsr Chaos. So it isn't killing Nrvnqsr, but the chaos which is him. I'm going to kill one world. I attack him head on. A light sound of impact. The knife pierces into his center. Twisting his lips into a grin, the vampire laughs voicelessly. This can't be. Numbly, the black beast starts to crumble from his fingertips. Well, there we go. I guess we took care of him. You are my death? His body temperature rapidly dwindles. The end is instantaneous like a dropping curtain. With this one attack, along with the remaining 560 beasts, Nrvnqsr Chaos is annihilated. Hopefully that means I never have to say his name again. But watch another enemy come along whose name is even more tough to say. I'm exhausted. I collapse onto the ground. I fall on my rear and try to keep my body up with my hands. Cold. I'm cold. The pain is numbed. It feels almost comfortable. My body is ripped with canine bite marks and beak marks. Well, there's no mistake that I'll probably die like this. I let out a deep breath. I raise my chin and look up at the sky. The moon. Only the pretty moon is in the night sky. What is it? It seems awfully familiar, like I saw a dream like this before. Shiki, are you okay? Arcueid walks toward me as if nothing just happened. You stupid idiot. If I was okay, I wouldn't be human. I have a feeling he might not be human. Whatever accident he had turned him into something not human. Even talking is painful, so maybe I shouldn't have responded. My consciousness starts to fade, and then, whack! Arcueid hits me on the head and forcefully returns me to consciousness. What was that for? That won't do. If you sleep with those wounds, you will definitely end up dying. You can't sleep until we close them. Her argument is perfectly just. It's so just, it makes me angry. Arcueid, can I say what I've always thought from before? Huh? What? Don't say such unreasonable things, you idiot. I crash onto the ground. It's funny because he said the same thing to her when she was like really roughed up. He told her not to sleep. My consciousness starts to fade. Arcueid is raising a racket, but I don't have the strength to hold my eyes open any longer. It's terribly cold. Hey, Shiki, you really will die. I told you, I'm sleepy. I'll sleep before I die, so I'll wake up in the morning. Shiki, you mustn't sleep. We have to at least close your wounds and stop the bleeding, otherwise you won't wake up. She's loud. I'm going to sleep, so just do whatever you want. So, is it okay if I heal you? Why didn't you say that earlier? After she says this cheerfully, I feel cold fingers, colder than even my body, touch my skin, as if in sympathy. Well, I'm not too happy about using someone else's familiars, but in these circumstances, it can't be helped. I feel like something is being plastered to me. I don't know why, but it feels awfully pleasant. As to be expected from the vampire called the Primordial Sea, even after the destruction of the source, Nrvnqsr, the familiar still have their regenerative ability. In this case, all I have to do is give it a little hand. First, let it live on me. Once it's back to normal, I'll put it back on you, Shiki. The fingers pull away. I guess this will do. How is it? It's a non-polar life, so it can adapt itself easily to your body, right? Hey, are you sleeping, Shiki? Yeah, I'm asleep. Oh well, your house is the mansion on top of the hill, right, Shiki? I'll make sure you get home. Oh yeah, that's right, I have a family who probably is wondering where the hell I've been for the past, like, what, 2 days? I look up, and then I show up with this girl carrying me. I look up only at the white moon as I sleep. You really did well, Shiki, and thanks. You really saved me tonight. She thanks me without the slightest hint of heaviness in her words. I can't hear her voice anymore. I fall into a deep sleep without anyone interrupting me this time. Alright, it's 5th day. We're just flying by with these days. Feels like the days in Fate they tended to take a lot longer. I feel the morning sunlight. I keep my eyes closed as I try to fall asleep again, but the gentle sunlight keeps urging me to open my eyes. Slowly, I start to awaken. A quiet atmosphere. The air is comfortably cold, and yet it feels gentle. I guess the weather will be great today. Then I should get up and go to school. That's right, I have to go to school. Past 3 days, my life was in chaos, and it made me forget I was a student. I wake up. I'm lying on my bed and my glasses are on the bedside. I put on my glasses and look around. The sunlight streams so strongly through the window, I almost expect to hear it pouring through. I take a quiet breath. I fill my lungs with fresh air, and it feels like my chest is purified. I hear the clock ticking. Small birds chirp in the woods outside. I stay in my warm bed, aimlessly feeling the relaxed passage of time. I'm back. Even though there's nothing special about this morning, right now, I feel like there's something almost holy about it. Thank goodness. It really is good. Not the fact I'm alive, nor that I was able to do something about that black vampire, but that even though I was in such a world, I was able to return to my normal days and feel happy about the morning. And then... Good morning, Shiki-sama. Ah! I jump up in my bed. Now that I look, Hisui is standing quietly at the side of my bed. Hisui? Please, excuse me, Shiki-sama, but since you did not notice, I spoke. Well, I mean, I'm sorry too. Hisui respectfully bows to me. She surprised me. My heart is still pounding rapidly. Huh? But it's still before 7 o'clock, Hisui. Yes, it is a bit earlier than your usual waking time, Shiki-sama. Well, yes, then why are you here, Hisui? I came to wake you up. Akiha-sama wants to know what have you been doing these last 2 days. So she wanted me to bring you, no matter what. Ah. I forgot. Come to think of it, I skipped school last Saturday and was with Arcueid through all of Sunday. Don't tell me Akiha's angry. I do not know. Please confirm for yourself, Shiki-sama. Hisui's voice sounds very cold. Wait a minute. Before that, why am I sleeping in my room? Shiki-sama, you returned around 2 o'clock in the morning. Nissan found you sleeping in the doorway and carried you up to your room. What? My mouth hangs open. That's bad. Not contacting anyone for 2 days, returning in the middle of the night and sleeping by the doorway? I'm acting like a drunk. Woman treating me like some sort of cat. Arcueid's face flashes in my mind, but maybe I do have to be thankful for her carrying me as far as the entrance. Alright, I'll head down immediately. And if possible, I'd be happy if you tried to calm her down as much as possible. I refuse, she answers. Maybe Hisui might also be angry at me. Ugh, one problem after another. The owner of this mansion is Akiha. So does this mean if Akiha's angry, no one is there to defend me? Well, time to get up. I can't do anything staying in bed. Ow! As soon as I stand up, pain shoots throughout my entire body. Last night's wounds. Oh yeah, if there's anything to be surprised about, it's the fact I'm still alive. Even though I was that wounded and bloody, I still managed to wake up normally. It just isn't natural. Shiki-sama, those are... That's rare. Hisui widens her eyes and looks at me. But is there something wrong? I look down at my body, and... What? What is this? A pattern of red spots covers my pajamas everywhere. Of course this design wasn't here. It's my blood soaking through everywhere. Hisui suppresses her words. I'm thankful. It lets me calm down. A reason for the bleeding is clear. But since I can't tell her why, I have to lie to make her not worry. Shiki-sama, your body. I'm fine. Nothing hurts. See? Didn't I come back late at night? Truth is, I was in a fight, and that's why I came home late. These wounds are from the fight. And they're just scratches, so don't worry about them. Hisui's eyes implore me, saying, please do not tell lies. But from her standpoint, she probably can't ask me any further. I feel bad, but I'll have to stick with my lie. So could you please not tell Akiha about this? She'd get really mad if she heard about me getting into fights. Yes, I understand. Definitely, Akiha-sama will not find out. Hisui nods. Thanks. I have another request. Do you have any disinfectant? I have a lot of scrapes all over my body, so I want to take care of them. Yes, I will bring some right away. What is it? She looks really uncomfortable all of a sudden. In any case, I'm glad she went to get me some disinfectant. She probably knows something about vampires, or whatever, because they were all acting weird about, like, we didn't hear any dogs, what are you talking about? And it seems like they hang around the mansion sometimes. So I think she knows what's really going on. Once she brings it, I can take care of it by myself. It's only slight pain, so anything that hides the blood is good. Thanks for waiting. The one who opens the door and walks in isn't Hisui, but Kohaku-san. In her hand, she carries a box with a red cross on it. Huh? Kohaku-san? Yes, I heard the situation from Hisui-chan. Shiki-san, you went out and got into a fight? No, not really. I can't come up with... Maybe Hisui's like, I won't tell the master about it, but I told my sister, and maybe she'll tell her. Geez, you shouldn't be doing those things. It's okay to be naughty, but you shouldn't be violent. It's just painful for the one doing it, and the one receiving it. Painful for the one hitting, and the one getting hit, huh? Kohaku-san's words hit me pretty heavily. Yeah, that's right. Hitting is only painful. Isn't it? I'm disappointed that you have those wounds. No matter what the situation was, I will be disappointed if you keep on doing these kinds of things, Shiki-san. Her words penetrate sharply into my chest. Deep inside my heart, I want to apologize. Sorry, Kohaku-san. I probably did numerous things to make her disappointed in me. Yeah, I'm an idiot and I regret it. I won't ever do it again. As long as you understand, then that's fine. I'm going to examine your wounds, so please take off your clothes. What? How did I know that that was gonna happen? Eh? Kohaku-san pads over and grabs my shirt. She's telling me to get naked. Wait, you don't have to go that far. I just wanted to put on a little disinfectant on a few scrapes, that's all. What are you saying? Even if you say you have only a few scratches, they don't look that minor. No, I'm fine. I can do it by myself. That won't do. The ones on your back. Seeing the wounds on my back, Kohaku-san gasps. How terrible. Did you get into a fight with a Doberman, Shiki-san? Well, maybe a Doberman, some leopards, elephant, unicorn, dragon. Yeah, well, something like that. Kohaku-san sighs in amazement. Geez, now I really can't let you handle it, Shiki-san. Come on, please hurry up and take off your clothes. With your clothing on, I can't take care of you. No, I said I can do it myself. They aren't a big deal. I don't need to be naked. I see. You must be embarrassed, Shiki-san. With a smile, she goes ahead and tries to remove my pajamas anyway. I'm already used to seeing your body, Shiki-san. Please, just take off your clothing. Used to, Kohaku-san. I have already changed your clothing once, so I know every detail of your body. What? Let's go, we haven't much time. If you take too long, Akiha-sama will notice. Ugh, I can't argue with that, but to get naked in front of Kohaku-san, it's... I guess it can't be helped. Then I will only examine your upper body. This way there isn't anything to be embarrassed about, right? Even that's embarrassing, but I guess that's the best compromise. I guess so. Then please do. I sit down on the bed and take off my shirt. Kohaku-san expertly tends to my wounds. She carefully tends the wounds on my arms, shoulders, and back. The disinfectant sinks into the wounds. They sink in, but compared to my occasional dizziness or the pain from my old scar, it's nothing. While applying the disinfectant, "Wow, you really are a boy," Kohaku-san says happily, so it probably helped me to put up with all the pain. Now we have to stick on the compress patch. It may rub off, so let's bandage it. She puts a compress over my bruised chest and wraps a bandage around it. All finished. Are you sure you don't want me to do your legs? Yeah, I can do the rest. Thanks, Kohaku-san. I know you're busy and all. No, please do not worry about it. Then I'll be going back to the kitchen. When you're finished, please come to the dining room, okay? Kohaku-san walks to the door. Oh, Kohaku-san. Yes? Sorry. Like you said, fighting is just stupid. It's just a big bother, and nothing good ever comes from it. Kohaku-san looks at me in amazement, then suddenly starts to laugh happily. I understand. I'll let it go this time, okay? She happily says that, and exits the room quietly. Alright, I'm here. Now only a door separates me from the sitting room where Akiha awaits. No matter what the circumstance was, there's no excuse for skipping school and not coming home for 2 days. Alright, so here it looks like there's not really any difference in what I do, so we're gonna pick I can't explain the circumstances, so I'll at least apologize. What would happen if I told the truth? She'd be like, are you drunk right now? That's right, I think that's the best choice. I don't think Akiha will understand about non-humans like Arcueid and Nrvnqsr, and since I can't tell the truth, I should at least sincerely apologize. Alright, let's go. Taking a deep breath, I open the sitting room door. In the sitting room, Akiha is on the sofa and Hisui is standing by the wall. Good morning, Nissan. Her gaze is telling me I am angry. Morning, Akiha. Let's dispense with greetings. Please, sit there. I wish to speak with you, Nissan. Her words are so forceful, I can't say no. I solemnly and calmly sit down on the sofa across from her. Nissan, this is very abrupt, but may I ask about these past 2 days? Ugh, despite her polite language, Akiha's words are unmistakably a threat. But her Oni-chan cannot tell her such a story. About that, Akiha. Yes, what is it? I'm sorry, but I can't tell you. Crash. The teacup Akiha was holding falls to the table. Rather, I think she dropped it intentionally. Akiha-sama. Oh, I'm sorry, Hisui. Would you please clean it up? Basically like, get out of the room. We're gonna have a one-on-one chat here. Hisui silently cleans up the spilled tea and the shards of the very expensive-looking teacup. I uneasily watch her do so while Akiha's glaring at me. Once done cleaning, Hisui goes to the kitchen. She grabs me by the shirt, be like, listen here, you little shit. Tell me what's going on. Then, Nissan. Yes? Could I ask you again? Akiha doesn't give up. I can feel her drive to get the story out of me no matter what. But still, I don't think I can tell her about it. Of course, not just for my sake, but for hers as well. No matter how many times you ask me, I can't tell you. I feel sorry I made you worry, but I can't tell you about it. Even though you are sorry, you can't tell me, Nissan. That's right. I'm sorry I haven't contacted you, and for not being able to talk about it. But I haven't done anything wrong the past few days. I don't even want to think that was a wrong thing to do. That's right. Even these past few days were simply kill or be killed. I want to believe it was the right thing to do. I did it to help Arcueid, but most of all, I don't regret killing that cannibalistic monster. At least there will be no more victims killed by having their blood drained. I'm sorry, Akiha. I'm sorry to make you worry, but please don't ask me anymore. Akiha stares at my eyes. For a while, she stays like that. I understand. Thinking about it, you must have your reasons, so I won't press you on this anymore, Nissan. I'm sorry. Thanks for understanding. Yeah, I doubt she's just gonna let this go. She's probably just gonna investigate stuff on her own. I understand. Then I'll no longer ask about this, but please refrain from doing anything like this ever again. Nissan, you are the eldest son of the Tohno family. If you do not understand your position better, it would be very troubling. Hey, that has nothing to do with this. Besides, you're the successor to the Tohno family, so it doesn't really matter what I do. If you're worried about the future of the Tohno family, you should go find a husband appropriate for the Tohno household. For some reason, Akiha descends into silence. What's wrong? Are you feeling alright, Akiha? It's nothing. If you have enough time to worry about me, please pay more attention to yourself. You have your chronic anemia to worry about, Nissan. Well, it is true I frequently collapse from anemia. Anyway, please do not leave the mansion by yourself often. Even without that, the city is dangerous recently. Someone like you, who meanders about in a daze, is just asked to be— oh yeah, shit, didn't think about that. She's probably, like, out of her mind with worry. There's a serial killer going around. Her brother's been missing for 2 days. She probably was afraid he got killed. Serial killer? Oh, those serial killings. The serial killings where 9 victims have been found. Then again, it was all women, right? I think? Because they talked about how, like, they tend to go after, like, virgin women for their blood. Their bodies were drained of blood, so they call it the modern-day vampire, but... oh, that's okay. Those incidents, they won't happen ever again. What a thing to say. Huh? It means the vampire isn't around anymore. The killer is caught already. Is that so? Nissan, how do you know about that? Well, I just happened to see it, but for sure, such things will not happen again. Did you not hear from Arcueid that there's like 27 other... what are they called? The Dead Apostles or something? At least there won't be any more people killed by Nrvnqsr. These past 2 days spent with Arcueid, so many things happened, and I really can't say just what is right and what is wrong. But the simple truth remains, I can say it was all for the best. Nissan? What happened? You suddenly seem very happy. Akiha looks strangely at my face. It's nothing. I just feel that it's finally over. A smile unconsciously creeps over my lips as I answer. It's 7:30. Akiha left 20 minutes earlier than me, by car. After eating Kohaku-san's delicious breakfast, I decide to head for school. Hisui walks with me to the gate, carrying my bag. Well, I'll be going. Thanks for seeing me off, Hisui. She's like, I'm coming with you to make sure you actually go to school. Hisui wordlessly hands me my bag. Shiki-sama, around what time will you be returning? You don't trust me either? It's okay. I'll definitely be back in the afternoon. I understand. Then please be careful on your way. Hisui bows deeply. Feeling a bit embarrassed about it, I leave the mansion's gate. At the intersection, there are only the figures of my fellow high school students. No young women sitting on the guardrail like that one time. Well, of course. I probably won't ever see her again. First of all, her goal was to execute the vampire, and with Nrvnqsr gone, there's no reason for her to stay around here any longer. Just a little bit in my chest, things like regret and lingering affection. It is true she only brought trouble, but even still, it was fun being with her. What, am I stupid? I almost got killed. What part of that would make me feel lingering affection? The wounds from last night still hurt. Remember back to when you almost became Nrvnqsr's food. You certainly don't want something like that to ever happen again. The school bell rings. Crap, I'll be late. Shaking off my idle thoughts, I run to the school gate. I fly into the classroom. It's still 5 minutes before class, so it's very noisy inside. I take a breath and head to my seat. With this much time left, I didn't even need to run at all. Yo, Duke of Delinquency! From behind, I hear the voice I never look forward to. What's going on, Tohno? I never heard you were skipping class. It's a lot of trouble. You have to tell me when you skip school and go play. Arihiko says those preposterous words with an unbelievably happy expression. Why should I have to tell you when I don't go to school? Isn't it obvious? When you don't show, neither does Senpai, so it's bad unless I think of something ahead of time. Wait, so Ciel doesn't show up when I don't show up. Interesting. I guess maybe just to come to our classroom to hang out? What's bad for this guy? But seriously, what happened? Since middle school, you've had an anemia, but you never skipped school. Well, you did that cool trick several times, leaving as soon as you arrived. It's kind of like that. I made it to the intersection and felt bad, so I went back home. Both you and Yumizuka seem to be acting like bad students lately. Well, I'm guilty as charged, but is there something wrong with Yumizuka-san? Her? She's been absent lately. She did. She was always such an honor student, so I think she might have been stressed out. But I bet she can't call a race. Oh, was she the girl that was skipping around that got killed last night? Ooh, that'd be interesting. Or maybe we think that the serial killings are over, but there's going to be another vampire. But I bet she can't call a raise because she had a bad hand. Arihiko's words are always very unique. The homeroom chime rings out. Well, I'm off. Since you skipped Saturday, make sure you study hard today. Arihiko leaves the room quickly. In other words, he's going to skip class today. Maybe he's like, we can't both skip class, so like I need you to be here. Morning classes end. With the bell announcing lunchtime, half the people in the classroom clear out. Well then, what should I do? Arihiko isn't here, so I should take my time and eat. Oh, Tohno-kun, you're by yourself? Yeah, senpai, did you come here to eat? Yeah, I thought I'd eat with everyone, so I hurried over here, but... She stares. Without any warning, she looks at my face intently. I don't know what she's thinking, but she suddenly draws close to me. Hey, senpai. She's right next to me, almost in bracing distance. Something would be wrong with my heart if it wasn't beating quickly. Senpai doesn't say anything. She only stands right next to me and sniffs. Huh? She like, you smell like disinfectant. What is she doing? Senpai then gets away. Senpai? Tohno-kun, did something happen? She asks me with a serious look. To be blunt, I don't know what's going on. Something, like what? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. She looks up at me as if she was angry. Nothing. I'm just as always. Do I seem strange today? Does she have powers too? Maybe not vampire powers, but like the power of scent? Like she can smell that I encountered something supernatural? I'm not sure either. I just thought so perhaps I was imagining things. I tilt my head in confusion. Well, shall we get lunch? You are eating at the cafeteria today, right, Tohno-kun? If we don't hurry, the seats will all be taken. Oh, yeah. You're eating at the cafeteria too, senpai? Yes, I want to eat something good today. She grins and pulls me by the hand as she starts walking. In the end, I talk with senpai about the athletic festival in 2 weeks and the culture festival shortly thereafter over lunch. To tell the truth, senpai saying I want to eat something good and ordering curry leaves leaves more of an impression in my mind than what we talked about. Class ends and school is over. Well, what should I do now? Alright, so we want to go to the city and look for her. I go into town aimlessly. Why the heck am I walking around here for no reason? Ah, it's just a mistake. There's no way she'll still be around, and it's not like I have any reason to talk to her. So why did I think it was her? Why am I walking around town pointlessly like this? I have to go back to the mansion. Shake my head as if trying to clear my head of drunkenness and turn away from the non-existent illusion of Arcueid. Alright guys, sorry about the little bit of a shorter episode this week, but as short as it was pretty action-packed, and we can see just how dangerous Shiki is, and we're seeing that killer come out of him a little bit. The one that was not indiscriminate, like he focused on Arcueid to kill her, he doesn't know why. But we know that there's a dark side, a killer underneath. Something not quite human, and in this case he used it for good to take out someone who is legitimately dangerous. So with that, one of the dead apostles, or whatever they're called, is dead. But it seems like there's many more of them, including someone called the Serpent, who is like the enemy, the arch nemesis of Arcueid. So I'm sure we'll see him at some point. But yeah, with that, things seem to be quiet for now, though there was that mention at the end that Arahiko mentioned about their classmate being absent. I don't know if she was the one that was in the park that got killed, if she was killed before that. Maybe a sign that not all is safe yet. I mean, we're so little into the story for now. I doubt that that's going to be the last that we're going to see of Killer Vampire. Certainly not the last we're going to see of Arcueid, but we'll see. We'll see when she pops up again. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned next week for part 5. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top-tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Lynn's VA, Kenju Storm, Icognito, and Bad Cat.